Good start. Well, hey everybody, welcome to another Not Thursday in Colonial, New Hampshire. Today is an exploring day. We're starting out at the old wall and we're heading northbound into a massive piece of land. With all the excitement and enthusiasm of building our cabin lately, it's got me rethinking about this area where early settlers were known to have cleared the land, built their cabins, and lived for short periods of time. There are no roads out here. We may come across paths, cart paths, definitely walls, and lots of woods. So we're really in this together, just going out and seeing what we can find, and who knows, it should be interesting. So what I'm doing is I'm cutting diagonal across that east to west running wall to look for the north to south wall. Save myself some time and distance just getting out there. Because one thing that's almost certain that we've learned through the years is that the early settlers, or the grantees of land, always followed the pattern of the town grid squares for plotting their land. It's when you get into the early 1800s that the second, third generation out just started building their walls to follow the contour of the land. But out here, they're almost always true. So if we come across zigzagging walls, we know they were built by later people. This is just what we've put together from what we've learned. Sometimes it may not be the case. 9 out of 10 times it is. "20 minutes. Here we go. Here's our wall to the north, cornering off with the other wall. And out there is officially ground that I've never walked upon. So this is what I'm really interested in. So hopefully what we will see and find up here are the signs of life from the 1700s. The area we're leaving, those walls represent that settler site. So essentially we're exiting it, heading north, and hopefully we'll come across a wall or anything. End goal being the definitive cellar hole as evidence. Who knows, maybe we'll even find a colonial bridge. This little path, it could be loggers. By the way, it's kicked back, but they would have taken the old cart path anyways. And of course, as expected, up. But there is a wall out there. Big wall heading straight up and north. So. Wow. Some serious terrain. Check out this wall. So amongst all this deposit, that wall just creeps right up over. Hard to see it with this lens, but it does actually continue to keep going up over there. See what I'm saying? If that's what they were given by the king, or bought, granted, whatever, in the early days, that's where they put their lines. This land out here is not suitable even for pasture, for livestock. I've just been going up, and it's off camber, but yet the wall stays true. All right, let's continue up. Well, we've plateaued, as you can see. This has the potential compared to everything we just went through. I don't know if those are stacked rocks, but let's go find out. Negative. Wow, it's wild up here. Well, between this plateau, there's a big ravine I can see, and then that wall still goes north. So I'm going to head back towards the wall, keep going that way. But this area is definitely, it's not improved upon, obviously, with all the stuff on the ground, the rocks. But it is intriguing. Sometimes these ravines made good cart paths as well. Especially running alongside this wall. Wow, we are out here today. Alright, I gotta get... I need to keep going that way, but I gotta find the line I want to choose. Or choose the line I want to find. Well, here we go. Here's our east to west wall. And it looks terrible over there. So that means I've had to have gone 2 miles. It's been over an hour. Yeah, I've been filming and looking. So that means potentially back there at that plateau could be a site. But I've got to keep going. I might as well. Never been this far. I might as well go see what it looks like up in there. Just because I'm seeing this and no cross walls continuing north to south doesn't mean anything. Just means I'll have to bushwhack out there till I see something. Alright. And as usual, it's been logged recently. At least it's not full of thorns. But they logged here for a reason. They had access to it, and they didn't come up through that way. So they must have come from that way. Damn, it's texturous. Well, there's an oldie. Well, they didn't clean cut it. Interesting. Well, you can't see it or anything. Completely logged out there, clear. We're at the top of the mountain. I can see the entire horizon. But I just found a connecting wall heading to the north. So that means, yes, another parcel. And the fact that they logged it makes me really think, and with the elevation, we're on a site. But it is just thick. That's why I like to carry my hiking stick when I can during the summer months. I carried one for years. Mostly it's for spider webs and crap, but it's also so I can see the ground safely. Yeah, I think we're on to something here. Everything's changed. Oh yeah. So the wall right there, right here. Walls less than 100 feet apart. We're in a little paddock. And that is how you find colonial cellar holes miles into the mountains in New Hampshire. No cut granite, all rock. Chimney stack, all stone, no brick. Awesome. For the record, just about 2¼ miles up. I don't measure my distance as I'm out, just when I get to the location. I go on time by reference points. Holy mackerel. And I can tell you, it's just as much land that way. And I don't know which direction they were coming in. But with that distance in between, I bet you that plateau area has something hidden. Alright, well, let's start hiking back. See what we see along the way. Mission accomplished here. Alright, well, there's our wall heading back. Well, 10 minutes later, I've already lost that wall because it's so bad. It is so bad in here, I couldn't even keep following it. I had to go around, and this is one of those things that you have to do it to believe it. What it's like out here. Wow. Down. We know that. East to west wall. Kind of corners off down there. And no connector. So that's where the disconnect was after we left the flat spot in the ravine. So this is, in fact, separate from that. Just keeping course. Alright, so as we come into this ravine, right? So we're coming back down to the south, but we are further over to the east because I can see that plateau up there that was cleared. And I can see the wall come down squares off, so it definitely is separate. And it looks huge. And the battery's flashing. It goes to show you how long I've been out. I rarely ever burn through a battery. Stand by. So, I guess we'll check out that wall and follow it back up to the plateau and poke around. Oh yeah. That is one kind of special wall. So whoever built that with some determination and pride, but also with some reasoning. And there it is, it closes right off. Yeah, there's got to be something up in there. Just not as obvious as the last one. Look at this. It's almost shoulder height. Still solid. Yeah, it's just way too nice. And actually it popped me right back up to right over there where we thought we had stacked rocks, so it's definitely drawing me in here. Yeah, I don't know. It just feels right, but could be a situation. It could have been a cabin up here, just like the one we're building. Need a detector to look for clues. Iron. I don't think I'm wrong. Just look at it. Look at everything we've walked through, and you get up here inside this square, and it ain't bad. Well, that's it, everybody. I'm heading out. Gonna hit that southbound wall home. I hope you all have enjoyed this and find it intriguing, because it really is. Early New England settlers given, granted, or bought land like this, sometimes sight unseen, tried to make a go of it in these rough mountains, and stayed, you know, maybe a generation, sometimes two. Stuff like this out here, a generation. Because the roads, if there were any cart paths, were never improved upon to the point where they widened them out, they lined them, meaning life carried on through the decades here. No, these people probably got here mid-1700s and left before 1800, you know. Generally, it was the kids who left. And then Mother Nature took over. All right, I will see you guys all very soon. Until next time, get out and explore your world and enjoy your Not Thursday.